to compare getting the black belt. It's like when I see my first daughter born, was like something that you're never gonna forget. Until you get to a black belt, you realize, okay, now Jiu-Jitsu is gonna start. Before it was just like a warm-up. Now it's time for fun. Luiz Ribeiro, aka Manxinha, 42 years old, getting old. Origin from São Paulo, Brazil, doing Jiu-Jitsu since 2000, 14 years. Been a black belt since 2010, so 4 years a black belt. Coming to the UK was like more not a challenge, was like a door, a exit door, the life that I was having in Brazil. I think I was 27, 28. I wasn't working, and my mom was working during the day, during the night, as a cleaner, like I just got a hit, say, man, what am I doing to my life? My mom's like, killing herself to feed me, and I said, I need to get a way out of it. I had a friend that was in the UK at that time, and he always told me like how the life in the UK was, how much money he was doing, how much work was easy to get it at that time, and he always like talk about life here. So I decided to come. So I saved as much money as I could, bought a plane ticket, never been the plane before, flew all the way to the UK. Unfortunately, like a day before my flight, my friend said, look, I'm not be able to look after you, I'm not going to be able to help you out. So things got a little bit kind of mad, and I had like these bills to pay to make the money to buy the plane ticket, so there's no turning back. I said, I have to go. My mom said, but you don't speak English. I said, well, we're going to figure it out by somehow how to survive that. I just had in my mind that I couldn't come back. That's the only thing that I had in my mind. I couldn't come back, and I didn't have second option. The thing was really serious. Like if I stayed in Brazil, I wouldn't be able to pay the bills that I got it, and things could get a little bit nasty. So I have to succeed. I didn't have other chance, and I didn't plan to be where I am today. My target was to be here for 1 year, 1.5. Save as much money as I could. Learn English would be a plus, but like money was the main thing, like to pay the bills, to save some money, to be able to give something back to my mom. And here I am. The biceps, and now look, turn inside, back on the ground. Now to finish. I used to cheat in Brixton. I don't remember the time, but it was kind of a few years ago in the car parking. So like I had like maybe 60 pieces of mat, judo mat, that I have to lie down myself before the class and by myself at the end of the class. In the garage, and it was cold in the winter when rain like leaking, so it wasn't really pleasant. I have this friend, an Italian guy called Luca Mingacci, and he had like a warehouse near to Brick Lane. He said, look man, I have this room here, I need to pay the rent, would like to do some class in the daytime. I came to look, the place was a shit, can I swear?
Yeah.
The place was a shit hole. The thing was like during the week they cheat Jiu-Jitsu, but the weekend they have a rave party. So on Monday when I come to cheat, so it's like beer cans everywhere, cigarette buttons, cocaine, weed. Once I found like a woman's underwear, was me. One and put myself in. I'm going like from bad to worse. But again, like was like kind of small place. I look at it and I said, man, I think this can work out, So I rebuilt the place, I paint, got new mats, put the place up and run, but something was missing there. Like I felt that I reached a level that I couldn't progress and I couldn't cheat anymore because like I was kind of limited. I met a guy, he used to be brown belt from Leozinho, Rodrigo Cabral, aka Brucutu. And I said, man, I have this place, why do you think to come start cheating here? He already was cheating someone else, but he wasn't happy. And he had few students. And he looked at the location, we kind of figured out how to do it and say, yeah, let's make it work. So he came along, and the Lone Fight Factory started in 2006. And ever since, we're here. So I need to thank Rodrigo for helping, people that came with him as well. He brought like a lot of people, like other black belts that been really important, not on my development, but in the gym. Like people come and people go, but I still remember them. So thank you for that. Even if you are in other part of the world, I do appreciate what you did for the gym and for myself. By the time now I'm like one degree, one stripe black belt, and it's a learning process. You know, like I feel like as a white belt, you know, start to do like basic stuff. You know, realize the basic always help. When shit goes down, you know, close the guard, armbar, triangle, omoplata, chokes, they're always gonna be there. Man, my style is like old school, man. I love old school. I like to smash the legs. I like to get to the side, shoulder pressure, you know. If there is a time that I can see like the clock, I like to watch the clock, you know, and manage, I don't like to rush. In the gym, I like to go like, you know, like open the game and go toe to toe. Competition, I try to play more secure, more sharp. And if I have the chance to control someone's heads, I will show the pressure. I like that type of game. I hope like you understand what I'm gonna say. I don't want like offend anyone, but like the reality is like I feel like I'm an orphan. I don't have like a master, you know. I don't have a professor with me all the time. I had a lot of instructors, you know. I never had like, I had like one guy that be my reference. And he's not even from the team that I fight with, that's TDD, you know. TDD, I met him like, you know, when I started through my first instructor, Leonidon. And ever since, like, you know, I've been training with this guy, with that guy, here, this team, that team, so all over the place. I never had like, you know, a good reference. Man, like, I know that I'm not like the best in the world, but I want to have the best in the world as a student. So I see the way do I bring my kids up. I need to give them the best for they be the best. Yes, so if the best university is in Oxford, I need to work hard, save money, send it to Oxford, simple as. So my students to be the best, and I know I'm not the best, I'm gonna give them the best, so I will bring the best of the best here. No, all these people help because like they like to be here, they like the vibe of the gym, they like how the students are, they like to come here and teach, they feel home, you know. So it's kind of exchange, like I make them feel welcome, I make them feel like home, in exchange they pass a little bit of the knowledge. So each student you get a little bit out of one of these top guys. And at the end, I'm gonna have like a group of guys with like all type of games. We're gonna have like a guy that's good passing guard. They're gonna have a guy that has a really skillful guard. They're gonna have a guy that knows beating ball, warm guard, this and that. Eventually, I will get good, but eventually it's a plus. Like my main concern is like make sure that my guys get the best of the best. I'm kind of strict when I'm cheating, but like the Luiz is a parent and Luiz is a coach. They do have the same mentality. So for my students and for my kids, they have to have the best of the best. Simple as. Ah man, the Luiz outside the gym is totally different who knows me. Here I shout, I swear, you know. I go crazy. I take my belt off, I wipe people, you know, my business partner gets crazy with me. But the Luiz, that's the family man, oh man, I love my daughters, man. I really do. And whoever's watching this, that probably has like kids and parents. They have their own love. Ah man, for my kids I do anything, and so I let them jump on my back. I get home, the house is a mess. I don't really care, to be honest. Like everything that's in the gym I don't allow, they do home. I have a smile on my face, you know. I just love my kids.
Bora, Manxinha!
I like to compete. Compete is important if you do have a aim to one day to be a instructor. Because if you want to teach people in the future, you must be on the part where they're gonna be one day. You need like to suffer now to be able to explain to them what's gonna happen. If you start treating people, approaching, say, look, I want to fight. What is about? What's involved fights? I like to compete because I get that butterfly in my belly all the time, you know, and it's something that really challenges me. Like I like that adrenaline. I like to fight when my students are around, you know that I have that pressure that all my students here need to do good. But I like to, they see that, man, it's like a show, you know. It's me, the guy, and the ref, you know. Nobody else, you know. It's time to prove that what I'm teaching is working. I see if what I'm doing is right, what I need to correct, you know. So I love to fight, and if I can, I'll fight until God give me the strength, you know. People say be fast, be fit, be strong. I prefer to be happy, you know. So if chocolate makes me happy, I will eat chocolate, you know. It's not like a BJJ lifestyle, but I don't want to be like a unhappy person, you know. I don't want to like look good to the outside, but feel bad to the inside. I do eat chocolate, I do eat ice cream. And one of these things that be happy is like spend time with my family. So Sundays for me is like church and the family.
You haven't done the washing up last night.
BJJ lifestyle, and if you are happy, go ahead. Like for me, personal, no, as I said, I'm kind of old school. You know, I try to eat healthy, but I'm not a example to my students. They always gonna catch me like, you know, eating chocolate, kebab, drink beer, you know, every now and again, eating hamburgers or pizza, you know. At the end of the day, like, we all gonna pass away, you know. I want to make the most of it in my life. I want like my daughter say, Dad, he likes to eat ice cream with Coca-Cola. You know, I know it's wrong, but he likes to do it every now and again. So that's my lifestyle, and that's what at least I pass to my kids, my students. I always say to them, look, if you're gonna compete professional, you need to eat health, you need to do everything by the book, because there is a price. To be the number one, there is a price. I want to be the number one, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm not ready to pay that price anymore. You know, for me, it's all about happiness, and the chocolate, pizza, is happiness. If I be the number one day, thank you God for that, but I'm not ready to pay that price to be the number one.